The East Anglian Air Ambulance gets about 1,500 call-outs per year. It's all paid for out of charitable donations. I'll let the team tell you the rest.
The main price obviously is the cost of the helicopters, which they lease in the helicopters and pilots. The paramedics are paid for by the ambulance trust, but the doctors are actually paid for by the charity as well now. So they've got a full-time doctor on, plus a paramedic, plus a pilot, and they have to pay for everything but the paramedic.
Your average day is going to be about 3 or 4 jobs. It can vary, so you can even have some days with no jobs at all. It doesn't mean no one's being injured or ill, but it means there might be nothing that's appropriate for us to go to, nothing that we can help with or need to help with. Some days you can be back to back with 8-9 jobs in a day, and they're the days where that's why you always need to be ready for a job.
It's a fantastic job. It's really sort of the pinnacle of my career in that respect. I've been with the Ambulance Trust for 10 or 11 years now, been a paramedic on the road for several years, and moved on to this. It's just providing that extra level of clinical expertise alongside the doctor as part of the team, and really providing that high level of care. It's
between the two helicopters, Norwich and Cambridge, it's 4.2 million a year, and it works out about £900 an hour to run the helicopter.
You can gauge a lot about what the situation is by how pleased people are to see you. So if people are really, really happy to see you, that's often not good, because it means there's more going on and there's sicker people there. And we try and gauge what we need to do from the response of the team, because actually there's a lot of patients, a lot of illnesses that the crew are perfectly good at and capable dealing with, and some that there's stuff that they'd like to do but their hands are tied.
With regards to the ambulance crews, they bring highly skilled paramedics to the scene, but they're restricted on some of the skills they can provide, whereas us as a medical team can go that next level, and we can provide a full anaesthetic on scene, popping someone off to sleep, surgical procedures, actually cracking people's chests open if it's required, actually at the scene of the accident.
We have our kit all good to go, so everything on the aircraft is packed and ready. We are in our suits ready to go, so we literally take the call, take the details of what the job is and where it is. The pilot will just work out the aviation, double check on the weather, see if it's how we're going to get there, and that's it. Run out to the aircraft and we lift. We should really aim to be, from the time the call comes to the time we're lifted and on our way there, 2 to 3 minutes max. Everything we do needs to be quick for that particular patient, because if you've been injured, the quicker you're dealt with to hospital, have your operation, have a blood transfusion, all that kind of stuff, the better for your body. But also, we're very mindful that we are covering a large area, and when we're on one job, we can't take another job, and we don't get told about other jobs, so it doesn't distract us. So the second you hand the patient over, you hand your paperwork over, you phone the desk and you say we're green for another job, and it could come in immediately.
The average cost of a job is about £1,500 per job. It works out about £9 a minute, £9 to £10 a minute, which is quite a lot of money, but if you save one life, then it's well worth it, obviously.
The charity is purely funded off charitable donations. There is no government or lottery funding. The only funding from the ambulance service is purely for the paramedics. All our medical equipment is funded by charity donations, and as you can appreciate, any medical equipment is very expensive. Just the monitors we carry in the region of £12,000 for the monitor, all the drugs, etc. We just need the money all the time to keep us going. It's expensive, but it's a vital service.
We were going to show you what it's like being up in the air ambulance, but the team got one of their all-important call-outs. Once they've left the base, there's no knowing how long they'll be or what they could find. This is Hewitt reporting from Norwich Airport.